What's going on? Put this like this. Chilling. Chilling. What's up, y'all? Good? How was your weekend? We got a little bit of time here before we start. What's up, Emmitt? What time you usually trade with VIP? New York Stock Exchange open, bro. So we hop on between 9:20 to like 9:23. So about 10 minutes before market open. We run through a breakdown and we get right to business, bro. You know how I used to operate. We used to hop on, see how everybody's doing, and fucking talk or some shit. And then we get to business. We cut all that out now. Now we just get to business. We hop on. This is what I'm looking for. Market open in 5 minutes. Market's open. Take this trade here. Make the money. Lose the money. And then we talk afterwards. You know, if anybody has any questions about anything or all that shit. But we get to business during New York session, bro. This is a bit more educational during this time period, for sure. So, you know, the reason why I did this is I have a whole course coming out, which I'm sure you guys all know at this point, but I'll still say it a million fucking times. Drill it in your head. Repetition is key. Consistency gives you reward. Every single day, we're on day 23 now out of 43 videos, you know? So you guys are supposed to watch every video. I don't know if we're down to course yet, but any broad questions you have about Forex or I'm your dictionary, I'm your encyclopedia, I'm your how to trade for dummies live book, you know? And we get to a lot more education during these live sessions for now. You don't do nothing for London? Yeah, I just trade in a different group, bro. I trade in Mamba's group, Mamba FX's group during London session. For right now, I trade all day, bro. Until the baby's born. Once the baby's born, um, I'm probably gonna be cutting out. I'm not cutting out PM session, but I'm gonna have one of two absolute legendary traders take over this PM session. It'll be a whole process though. You can't take over the sea unless you're fucking cooking, you know? Yo, what's up, man? What's up, bro? What's going on? All right, I got my toe spacers in. I ingested all the caffeine I could use. Let's get to business, bro. All right, so check it out. Nas, what do we got going on, Nas here? Look at this drop this morning. My God, dude. For anybody who was in there during AM session, what a clean day. Right before session open, we had pretty much sitting in the absolute middle of London range. High sitting up here, low sitting down here. We're sitting right before session open. So we spoke about 10 minutes before. Price breaks above highs. I don't really want to get in because there's a lot of liquidity, a lot of stop losses, a lot of buy orders sitting up here. We want to wait for some type of opposite end reaction and then take the trade. And look what happened. We fucking anybody who's trading ads today was a tough day. We ended up grabbing highs here and sending it down to hell. And then same thing with shorts. I didn't want to take any shorts below lows because same exact. There's so much liquidity sitting down here. You usually get that first initial opposite end reaction, then a continuation, and yeah, it was nuts. So, anyways, for today, 15-minute time frame. We have this whole area that we just broke out of here. Obviously, pretty clear as day. I don't think there's any discrepancy there. And then we have our lows sitting all the way down here, which so happens to be New York lows too. So we're sitting, same thing with New York session, just absolutely in the middle of the range. Trump raised tariffs again, yeah, 10 to 15%. Just of no importance to us though. You know, we're technical traders. Yes, I'm aware of news because people in my group make me aware of news, but not only am I just a technical trader, I'm a technical scalp trader. And so I mean this. I know people may think outside of this, but I could really care less about fundamentals. My only job is to hop on, make sure that my indicator is not telling me that there's a red line here, which just simply means there's red folder news coming up. And as long as I'm not trading that release itself, since my stop losses are so tight, and I mean this, and you guys watch this every single day, I really genuinely could give a flying fuck about news to any. It has no stipulation on how I trade because I don't trade long term. So I don't care where the market's going long term. I'm in and out of the markets within, 30 minutes max. All of that is just additional confluence to try to add in, which potentially leads to hesitation. Hesitation leads to poor execution, and poor execution is what unprofitable traders do on a day-to-day basis. That's just where it's at. Congrats on the baby. Thank you, bro. Much love. Love it. All right, cool. Yeah. So this is kind of what we're sitting at on 15-minute time frame, 5-minute time frame. Kind of same shit, bro. I mean, yeah, we have a little trend line forming here, and so we don't want to take a trade going directly into this third tap, because the third tap is when we all see it. No one can see the first tap. The second tap is when all retail traders are drawing it, and then the third time is obviously where everybody sees it. So usually you get some type of reaction at this level. But it's kind of confluence. We have two layers of potential support that is going to push price higher. And if it doesn't, if we have that much volume to where we break below not only this third trend line tap, but also resistance, which in the past has already held decently twice, first time here, second time here, shit, it's a good indication that we're going to continue lower. And it's a good indication we're going to continue lower for a fucking minute, bro. I mean, we don't have shit. We don't have anything for pretty much all the way till we come down into this area sitting down here, which is a whole, what is that, 220 points away? But we got a bit of time. I mean, again, we're just sitting in the middle of a pretty massive 140 point range. So we got some time here, bro. I'm not going to get aggressive. I'm not just going to take a buy here just because I think price is going to go higher. I'm not going to take a sell right here just because we've been so bearish today and I think price is going to go lower. I simply just wait for volume to come in with the breakout. I take the trade. If we don't have a breakout with volume, we don't take the trade, and that's it. I'm a discretionary trader, so I do use intuition while I'm trading, but only at areas of rejection. I still have to have volume and I still have to have a breakout with every trade. You guys will never see me hop on here and come up to an area of rejection and we start to push the opposite way and then take some type of retest trade. It'll never, ever happen. Once we start to retest away from an area of rejection, I'm waiting for some type of support to form. And then if that does happen, I mean, shit, cool. Then you might see me take a breakout the opposite end, anticipating price to come down to this next level. But that's the only way that I'm going to be trading in the middle of a range. All this shit is on my terms, and if I can't see it, then I'm not operating out of my edge. You know what I'm saying? US 30 on the other hand, US 30 is the same thing, bro. We just came back down to New York lows yet again. I mean, we broke below a low, but then we pushed right back up into trying to get a bit of a deeper retracement. Holy shit, how big is this move? Damn. Isn't that crazy? This is the trade we took this morning for the people who weren't on. We took the break above these highs here, and we got in pretty late. We got in like somewhere in this area. It was at 80, 49, 44.80. So I mean, not too late. Pretty much right here is where we hopped in. We hit to 1 to 4. I pulled out to 1 to 3 in a matter of not just like literally like 5 seconds. I'm coming out with the reel as soon as we're done with this. I just gotta throw a little edit together or some shit. And imagine that. Talking about like higher time for where we believe markets are gonna go and all this tariffs talking shit. We were able to get a 1 to 3 in seconds. A lot of students got a 1 to 4, 1 to 5. I know you, Steve-O, got a 1 to 7. Price pushed up even beyond that, another 120 points, and then sent it to hell. And we were still able to execute and get our R without caring about what's going on higher time frame. I had this marked up earlier last week for the past like 10 days. You can see all the way from here to here, right? 11 days now. Bro, we've been having like such a tough time breaking past this level. And to be honest with you, with that momentum that we got coming in this morning, I was like, oh shit, we're probably going to break out now. And yet again, for the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth time coming up to this area of rejection higher time frames, we ended up having an opposite end reaction and tanking, bro. But we're finally starting to push out of this range. It obviously looks like bears are in control, and maybe we'll see some bearish momentum for the rest of the week. But it holds no stipulation to our trading at all. If we start to flip bullish here and start to get some type of retracement, all day I will take a buy, even though we're in an extremely bearish market and pushed out of a range bearish for the first time in 11 days. Just try not to allow for higher time frames to decide how you scalp on the 5-minute time frame. It destroys a lot of people's edge just from trying to correlate too many time frames at once, and again, that just leads to like poor execution and shit. All right, so we got lows sitting down there. We got highs sitting all the way up here. Damn, bro, it's actually kind of. We probably got a big ass like 200-point range on US 30 today. We have a whole 240-point range to trade on US 30. Wow. That's actually crazy. I don't know when I took off my one second. That's actually crazy. We'll see what happens. It's still reading a 40-point ATR, which is nuts. I thought it'd be a lot higher just because we have these mega 300-point candles and shit, but we'll see what happens, bro. Once we come down to one of these major levels of rejection, we'll come from that point. If we don't, we just keep ranging sideways, then we'll just be chilling, bro. All right. NAS left-hand side, US 30 right-hand side. Let's see what we can do. What's up? You guys didn't answer a question. How you doing? How was your weekend? You good? Right before I hopped on here, I just took off. I'm going to work on my car as much as I can. I've never worked on a car before, but I'm an absolute legend. So I'm going from a plumber to a car mechanic. I took off my rear diffuser off my car as soon as I got back from the gym at like 1 o'clock, which is just like, it was just like 4 bolts and then a whole bunch of pins and shit. And then I put a new, way more aggressive one on, which I think looks fucking fire. So I'm kind of hyped for it. I'll put it on my story later on. I was rushing to hop on here. How big are your stops? Probably we're gonna use 30 points on NAS, and then we're gonna use 40, maybe 30 points on US 30. No more than 40 points on US 30. No more than 30 points on NAS. That's for sure. Yeah, no, we're gonna use it. We'll use a 40 point on US 30 today, whatever trade we take. Leg day today, coach? Nah, bro. I mean, every day is leg day because I'm on a stair stepper, but it goes chest day on Mondays, leg day on Tuesdays, back day on Wednesdays, Thursday is shoulders, and then Friday's legs again. And then I'd either do that for 2 weeks in a row, or me and my partner, we do split. So that's my workout plan, and then his workout plan is upper lower body. So it's upper body on 2 muscle groups, upper body on Monday, and then legs, and then 2 groups upper body on Wednesday, 2 group upper body on Thursday, and then legs again on Friday. But we hit legs twice a week every week. Period. Puerto Vallarta? No way. Were you really skeleton? Oh, somebody's asking you. No way, bro. Yeah, that shit's been flooding my fucking feed. Yikes. Lots of flooding this weekend here in Hawaii. It's freezing cold here, and I mean, I don't want to tell you the weather, but it's cold to us Floridians here right now. Let me go to the weather, bro. I don't want to hear no shit. By the way, appreciate all 57 of you guys for showing up. If you get any education by the end of this stream, make sure you like the stream. I think all things should be earned in the whether it's subscription or even a like on a video. I want that to be earned too. So make sure you guys acquire value before you like a stream instead of just liking it because I'm fucking handsome with some shit colored hair. All right, Tampa is actually 54 right now, but tonight it's gonna go all the way down. It says it feels like 47, which is damn cold. You minus 20 degrees because there's humidity, so it actually feels like 27. And we'll be getting down to, I guess, only 42, so it's not that crazy. We'll be getting down to 39, like way in the middle of the night. Just join? Hell yeah, Steven. Welcome to Zen Lab, Steven Owens. Glad to have you a part of the team. Damn, it's Call of Duty over there? Yeah, facts, bro. No, I wasn't TJ, thank God. SEAL Team Skeleton ended the cartel. That's nuts, bro. The first post I walked onto, somebody was like, I low-key respect the cartel because the authority they're able to give somebody or some shit. And I was like, all right, bro, this is enough internet for me for the day. What the fuck are we talking about here? I'll be in your Discord next week. I'm having problems with entries. What type of problems, bro? Just like, it's probably just the same thing. You're probably just, whatever, just lack of confidence when it comes to coming up to these areas of rejection. And usually with that results, and even if it's not lack of confidence, just lack of real market experience, you're probably just taking a mechanical break below lows and highs, which will still keep you profitable. You just have to make sure when you have that mindset, which many students in my group do, you have to trade for higher R to R, bro. It's as simple as that. Yeah, you're not going to avoid nearly as many fake outs as we do, but if you're trading for at least a 1 to 3 R to R, you're still going to be fine, bro. It's still simply just taking breaks in during periods of high volume. You're still going to hit, bro. But doing what we do, or potentially partialing out at a 1 to 2, 1 to 1 sometimes, um, with the mechanical break below lows and highs, any type of periods of loss, when you lose 2, 3 trades in a row, you'll just get fucking wrecked, bro. Honestly, like that's where partialing out with the discretionary way that I trade is fine. Partialing out, being a mechanical break above highs and lows when you guys are not with me, it is going to destroy your account. So it's something we really need to understand and take seriously. But at that, you just like make sure you watch my video on liquidity, bro. What actually moves the market, I think, is what it's called in the course, which let me put out right now. It's pretty expensive though. It's $3.99, so be careful. And just understanding, once we come up to these highs and lows, bro, there's one or two things that are gonna happen, and it's gonna happen really fucking fast. You're gonna get the opposite end reaction, and it's gonna go down to the next area of liquidity because there's more liquidity sitting down here. Or what we're trying to bet on is that buyers are in control here, and its price is going to push up higher. But the decision of that, which is nice, being a scalper, is fucking fat, bro. You're gonna understand in 10 seconds to a minute if price is gonna continue higher, push lower, because the market aggressively wants to move to that next pool of liquidity before potentially ranging sideways or whatever the case may be during high periods of volume. So that shit just takes real market experience, bro. But while you're trying to figure it out, yeah, join the group. While you're trying to figure it out, watch these PM sessions too, and cook with us, bro. And Stephen Owens, he's been having a tough time because he's slow, and says that I talk too fucking fast. So it's been taking him a whole year just to keep up with me talking, let alone understanding what I'm doing here. But you'll catch up. I just like to talk fast as fuck because I got a lot of shit to say in a little amount of time. Get faked out a lot. Yeah, it's crazy, the chaos all over the country and not just one state, Mexico. Yeah, but the tree that falls in the forest never gets heard, and that's how I operate. Try to just I'm a very open-minded individual with pretty much everything in the world, but shit like that, bro, all news, and like the people who just the grandma who just sits and watches Fox all day or watches CNN all day. What an aggressively miserable fucking life. Because all people do is highlight the bad. It just sells a lot more. Just same thing when I put up reels. When I put up reels of me losing 30K, that is getting way more views than when I put up a reel of me winning 20K for the day. That's just human nature. People like to see others fail, which is very, very interesting to me. But you got to block all that shit out. There's a lot more good than bad in the world. There will always be a lot more good than bad in the world. And I try to just kind of keep horse blinders on when it comes to all news around the world and shit. We need to start a page of like only good things, But I guess it's yin and yang. It's good to see both sides. You got YouTube videos? Yeah, bro. What lot size do you use for that size account? Which one? The one that's up here? Or my bigger account? It's all dependent because we trade indices, bro. So it depends on what contract size your account operates out of, which I talk deeply about in the course too. But I'm using between a 2 to 2.5 lot during AM session. We're using a 0.3 lot during fucking PM session right now until I get the hang of just lower volume periods, bro. That's just we're even being on right now. We've been on for 22 minutes. Usually we've seen the finality of our shit right away and moving forward from that point. So yeah, it's just a page on Insta that only posts good things in the world. It was pretty nice. Yeah, it's nice. It's just your world is revolved around what you want to see and shit. So if we're always thinking negative or the world is so terrible, all the America's falling to shit, the dollar's falling to shit, guaranteed your algorithm is going to bring you directly to that because the algorithm's full-time job is to keep you entertained as much as it possibly can, so you stare at that device as much as you possibly can. So when we be talking about, like, me and my girl been talking about baby shit now, and it's like, my feet is fucked. Even when we're watching Prime at night. We were watching some movie last night, I don't know, and it's like all these fucking Huggies diaper videos and all these little toys and shit. I'm like, oh my god, bro, just gotta be quiet. Trading begins and ends in the head. Yeah, most definitely, Keo. That's a fact. Low volume. Yeah, definitely. I don't know if we can. I guess right now, yes. It's tough for me to even consider low volume when we're talking about a fucking 1,000 point push that just happened today. But hell yeah, the past 20 minutes we've literally went out of 1,000 point move we've had. We've only pushed. I mean, 60 points is still crazy. Think about it. We're using a 40 point stop loss over here. On Nas, Nas has pushed 30 points. Yeah, I mean, Nas is pretty low. US30 is just nuts right now. Get your shit together. Don't trade. Very important. Yeah, people say trading exposes all the negative things about you. I mean, I kind of fuck with that. I guess I just wasn't too negative when I started trading, so I guess it just heightened all my aggressively hard work. I always wanted to be the best in the field when I was in the field, learning at every last little tactic or the best tool I can use so I can get it done quicker. Watching YouTube videos on how people get jobs done quicker and shit. I was just me, and so I translated that into trading too. Wanting to be the best, acquiring as much data as I possibly could. As long as it's articulated in order, cool. If not, it could just blow up in your fucking face for sure. Sometimes I'm impressed about my mental state, yeah. Some people always think, going to gym, I enjoy going. I mean, I honestly do. I ain't gonna sit here and lie, but there's many days I don't want to go to the gym and I still just go. There's many days I don't want to wake up at fucking 3 in the morning to trade London because I'm tired as fuck and I still just do it, bro. And that's why I continuously win, because I do the same exact thing over and over and over again. Regardless of what happened yesterday, I'd take my W every single day. Whether that's my W from trading, if I take L, whatever, I still have my W with my community. If I have a W with community and everybody's losing, still get my W in the gym, bro. And if I don't get my W in the gym, I get the W with the lady, just hanging out with her and enjoying real life outside of this fucking internet shit. I take W's every single day, bro. Yin and yang. L's too. It's just doing the best I possibly can for you guys. I stay awake for London. You stay awake? Nah, I go to sleep, bro. Wood indicator is the box that shows the session highs and lows. Jordan Jack, go to ZenLab all in one, bro. It's all there for you, big dog. Go up to indicators here. Some absolute legend, which I don't think he's here today, made us our own personal indicator. Sent me the entire source code so I can put it under Emmitt FX instead of his. His is making bills, but he created it's Rebel Empire. One of the most he may even be the guy that takes over this PM stream. I don't know, but he's a nasty coder, bro. Big shout out to him. I wish he was here right now. I'm getting up for London. Yeah, me too, bro. I mean, I try to go to sleep at like, I don't know, like I try to go to sleep between like 9 to 11 o'clock, somewhere in between that range. It never usually hits midnight or else I'm cooked. And then I wake up at 2:40. I hop on at 2:55. I get off at like 3:30, 3:45, absolute latest. And then I go back to bed anywhere between like 4:30 to like 6 o'clock, just because I can't stare at all the stimulus and then like go right back to bed, bro. It's a lot of stimulation with 4 massive monitors in my face. I have the fucking uh, LED light. I used to have this bitch in my face all the time. This one too. But then I took this off. I'm like, man, if the video quality can't be fucking 4K, well, so be it, bro. I need to protect myself a little bit. That kiddo will change up the sleep pattern, hopefully for not too long. Yeah, I mean, my sleep pattern's already fucked. People just, there's a reason why I'm here, bro. I just get it while it's hot. I was just talking to somebody about this literally like an hour ago. It's not always going to be like this. For those of you guys who've been watching me for years, I used to wake up for London all the time while I worked a full-time job, 10 hours a fucking day. I would still show up for London session, take my ass to my job, still trade New York session, and I did that shit for a couple years. Then when all that was done, and when I fully left my job, I completely transferred over to New York Stock Exchange Open, no London at all, even though I used to be my primary. And I got to chill out for, I don't know, a couple years, like 2 years. Shit, the last 6 months I haven't been doing shit. Like I said, no content creation. I haven't been creating fucking videos. I just been chilling, enjoying life, enjoying the fruits of my labor. And then now I'm back to it, you know, while it's hot. I have a community of like over 600 people that watch me live every day during London session. You know, that's exciting as fuck. That can grow my community, that can grow my business. That's a big opportunity to me. And equally as big, I'm changing a lot of people's lives with my education because I'm able to, in my opinion, and probably a couple of your guys as well, I'm able to articulate a replicable system. You know, I'm a good trader, but I'm also equally as good of an educator to get you guys to this point too. I'm fucking. If my bank account is a direct result of how much value I bring to others, I give a lot of fucking value, bro. You know. But it won't always be like this. Mamba may shut down that group. I've worked with them with other products before. Um, and then I go back to my group, trading New York Stock Exchange Open, or who knows. I get it while it's hot, bro. Constantly. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to make money. I'm glad to open up further streams of income. And now that we got the kid on the way and shit, the grind level is just, if it wasn't already extensive before, the grind level's through the roof now. You know, I got a legacy to push towards. Nah, you got way more stuff in your room, Emmitt. What you mean, bro? That kid will change up. Your sleep schedule gets fucked. Once you're trading trust, I'm sure that's how you were too. That's how I found you was through Mamba. Love the way you coach. Ton of value, bro. Hell yeah, bro. Solid. That's what I'm here for, big dog. Yeah, and we just had I'm enjoying the free course, buzzing to learn. Yeah, and I know somebody, yeah, Anto. I was having a good conversation with somebody new here. If you guys are here, let me know about just like it's like a fucking blue balls, bro. It's constant. What did he say? It was like edging or whatever the fuck he said. I know at first it starts off very slow because I want you to understand the mechanics of a lot of inner workings of the market before we get to strategy. And I say the same thing over and over again in different ways and shit. Like, trust me, I get that shit. And yes, I see Dow Jones floating, but it's good for you guys to understand the mechanics in detail, where you're trading at, what liquidity is, how you're actually able to participate in the market before you get to strategy. But you guys should be you guys should be there pretty fucking soon, bro. I think. Let's see. What video are you guys on right now? I know it's 23, but where's the actual? I'll just show you so you understand. Edit video, channel content, playlist, boom. All right, so at video. Oh shit. One more trade or 2 more days. Number February 25th. So in 2 days is when actual strategy starts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next 8, 9 days. Oh yeah, this week is it. The strategy's coming in this week, very soon. That's solid. So you guys are there. Who's watched every video? Who's watched all 23 videos? There you go, way more stuff. Mamba cool and all, but Emma is way better coach than. Yeah, Mama, bro, Mama's just been doing it for such a long time, educating, not just trading. That he's doing what I did the past couple months, but he's been doing like hop on, make money, move away. You know, if you want to learn how I trade, great. Pay 5K or mine was 3,500. You get the actual mentorship and you learn through paying to play. It's when you want to you guys are in a good instance. You know, I want to grow my following, and in return, you're getting a lot of free education that I used to charge thousands for. And if you take it serious, you're gonna aggressively become a way better trader. But I understand the others too, bro, who want to if they're gonna give people their time, they're gonna want to profit off of it. I don't throw shade at that at all. It's incredible to people like, oh, if you're such a good trader, why don't you just give all the information away for free? It's just the dumbest thing in the world, you know? It doesn't make any sense. Once you acquire a skill set, people have to pay you for expertise. It's just like any other business in the world. But you guys are paying me and engagement. You know, like that's you guys' tuition for me right now versus other years. Is you're paying me an engagement. I have a lot of friends who are excelling fucking what is the word? Astronomically, bro. Just like with their following and such. And I think I've just never been good at creating bullshit at not bull just viral fucking content and shit. So I'm like, all right, if my strong suit is educating in a replicable manner, that's what I'm gonna go deep into. Just giving as much free education as I possibly can. Obviously, that is going to bring in the masses because people are getting real results instead of just being here because of some facade of the way I live and thinking they can get there within a couple months and shit. I don't really show much lifestyle, bro. I just show you exactly the way that that I'm able to that how I was able to achieve financial freedom. And I think that's always been my strongest suit, and that's what I'll continue to do, bro. That's where I'm at. I was saying with my two monitors, I go to sleep 10 minutes after I get off a London session and wake up. Damn, bro, that's crazy. I've never been able to hop off of this bitch and go directly to sleep within 10 minutes. I mean, it doesn't matter what I do. I just wasn't wired that way. Even back then, even when I was extremely tired, my back hurting and shit from working or whatever, never, ever, ever was able to do that shit. On US 30 here, bro. Let's just talk about it for a second. I really want to see us break below these lows. We just got a new 15-minute candle open up here just like 4 minutes ago. I wanted to see a mechanical break below these lows, and then I wanted to see it come in with volume, and then I would take this short. Probably the only trade we're gonna get today. I don't want to wait for holy shit. I don't want to wait for Nas to come down a whole extra 40 points before deciding what to do. I mean, I guess we did create a new low sitting down here, so this would be potentially a good short. We can put stops to be. Nah, it's only like 15 points before we go to this third tab. I'm just kind of chilling. It'll have to be US 30 for me. How do you gauge volume? ATR, bro, average to range. It's set on a period 20 once you guys already put it on your chart. And so this is just showing us over the last 20 candles, 25-minute candles. Each individual candle on average is pointing about 23 points. And so it's a good indication of current volume. And that's what our stop losses are based off of, is that at that exact moment volume. $10 the longest, I'll be out instantly. You sound like you just smoke a lot of weed, bro. You just tired all the time. I used to be able to sleep a lot more with that when I just smoke weed all day and shit. And I'd hop on here, I'd just be, high and shit. You hop off and go to sleep. Maybe that's what it is. I'm just naturally just an aggressively high energy person. For a dude who named his group Zen Lab, bro, I am the most high strung, high energy, Zen in my head kind of guy, but fucking high strung out dude for sure. ATR, what's the name of the indicator again? Zen Lab all in one, bro. Just go up here in indicators. It's by Emmitt FX, one of the honestly probably the best trade I've ever met in my entire life. Emmitt FX 5280. And then you'll find it. Zen Lab all in one. I started taking mascating these last 2 days. I've been feeling great. Oh, that's nasty, bro. It's there's so many fucking calories in that shit. I have to use the restroom. I just don't want us to miss it. I gotta pee bad, bro. Yeah, I'll be right back. It's all good. It's not going nowhere. Give me 2 minutes. Well, imagine that. We've went nowhere. Shit. Let's get some movement going on. Nas might have been the wave. I mean, Nas pushed. I mean, not much. 12 points, 15 points. Holy shit, where do we start at? Now we're sitting in a 47 point range on US 30 and still like a 60 point, or on Nas, it's still like a 60 point, 80 point on US 30. At this point, I would be way more open to aggressively pushing above highs here instead of waiting. Instead of waiting till we get 220 points above, just wow. But it would be nice to see liquidity pull first, you know, push below lows, fail to push below. There's a lot of stop losses sitting down here from buyers, and there's also a lot of sell orders sitting down here for people who are trying to short below the breakout, which is us right now. And so if that fails, we don't push directly right away and we hop in. Probably a good indication there's more liquidity sitting up here and it's going to start to push higher. But bitch is slow, bro. Extremely slow. I'm ready to cook. Do you still trade pairs? No, not really, bro. Not really. I might be filtering that out completely this year, to be honest. Not for no specific reason except that indices just moves a bit faster than Forex. Shit, maybe not during this time period though, eh? Maybe not during this time period. Interesting. Wow, Bitcoin's at 64. Wow, that's nuts. All right, now we're starting to get that push below lows. This may be our shot. Again, we're not gonna. I'll even move this out for now. We're not gonna just take it short just because it breaks below lows. We want to see the volume behind it, and then we take. We don't get the volume behind it, we don't take. We got 5 minutes until a new 15-minute candle open, and 15-minute looks clean. I mean, we've been progressive. We haven't broke above a previous 15-minute high in 15, 30, 45, an hour and 15 minutes. We've just been straight tanking, you know. And now that we're coming to this area of rejection again, it'd be kind of nuts if this candle closed bullish for the first time in a whole hour. But we'll see. This is just a tough area to take it short. We're shorting at the end of a 1,000 point, fucking 1,000 point push. What? It's crazy. Literally 1,960 point push is nuts. Nas, we're sitting at that mechanical third tap to a trend line. There's going to be a lot of orders sitting right there. We expect some type of opposite end reaction. And if it continues to push lower, probably a good indication it's going to continue on. But this is just a rough place for me to take it, bro. I'd rather focus up on US 30 here. We're so close to pushing lows. Wash your hands always, bro. I was raised correctly. I also used to like bite my fingernails and shit, so it's probably a reason why I'm so serious about washing my hands and all that. I don't do it anymore though. I got clean fingernails. Sometimes I'll like if I have like shit in my fingernails, it's pretty nasty honestly. Like some dirt or whatever, and I can't pull it out with my other fingernails. I try to bite that shit out, but you know. Trying to get 1% better every day. Yo. We got 83 people here right now waiting for us to just send it on fucking Dow Jones. Let me tell you. Where's everyone from? Yeah, facts. Where are you guys from? All America? If we're talking about I'm from New York. 91%. We got 33 votes. Supposedly 91% of you guys are going through the free course videos. Hell yeah, solid. We got 80 people in here though, so y'all got some time to catch up, G. Ireland, Honolulu, New York, living in Delaware? That's crazy, bro. Southern California, Czech Republic, that's nuts. We just mechanically broke below lows. All right, so here's where we get to decide. Are we going to get the opposite reaction and start to push higher, or are we indeed just going to continue on and we can go ahead and take? I'm going to put this up. Be cautious. Do not take the trade until I tell you take the trade. I even might enjoy a little 30-point SL here too. So get ready. Let me get ready myself, actually. Shit. Okay, here's the push. There's a potential rejection. We got a new 15-minute candle open up in 2 minutes. And so same thing. The likelihood that we're just going to open up a new 15-minute and just send it lower without creating a top and bottom wick is extremely low. And so I hate when it's this fucking close, bro. And so we can either wait and potentially miss our entry, or we can hop in here more aggressively and percentage-wise be opening ourselves up, probably 90% that we're going to create some type of top wick before continuing lower. Me, 40 seconds left. I could just wait. I'll sacrifice a bit of a lower entry and wait for some type of top wick to form, and then we'll hop in. So we got about 30 seconds left. Get ready here. We're gonna use that tight stop loss. You guys can risk between 30 to 40, and we'll go from there. There's that opposite end reaction. We just grabbed a lot of liquidity before lows, and so it didn't give us entry anyways, which is solid. And we got a new 15-minute candle opening up very soon. We should get some volume pumping in here now if it wants to continue lower. I'll be risking about like 10% of this account, maybe a little bit more, which is extremely fucking aggressive, by the way. So I'll be smart. 50 to 80. Yeah, between like 10 to 12% I'm risking on this trade alone. Something I would not be doing on my bigger account right now. OC, Netherlands, Philly, Connecticut. Some of the richest people in the world live in Connecticut, bro. I didn't know that until my boy Hawk told me he lived out there. Did some research. A lot of rich people in Connecticut. It's an expensive place to live. I guess East Coast in general is an expensive place to live. South Africa. Hell yeah. That's definitely a place I've never been. Would love to go. Heard there's a lot more white people there than people think. Wow. And then now the price is pushing back in this range, bro. Where's the previous candle highs? All the way up here. I kind of just want to mark that up just to see. If we don't break above these highs and continue lower, bro, we're just on that aggressive downtrend. We'd love to be a part of it for sure. We just need to push. There's a lot of indecision now that we've actually grabbed liquidity. And last time we did that shit, we sent it to the moon. I mean, last time we grabbed these lows, we pushed up a whole 260 points in a matter of like 50 minutes. Price is about to push above previous 15-minute high here, which is the first time it's happened in an hour. We might actually get pushed bullish again, and that's a nasty range day. Nas on the other hand, we're doing exactly what we thought. We're just kind of holding at this support, holding at this third trend line tap. There's a lot of buyers that are trying to push in the market that trade trend lines, but if we continuously break past it, probably a good indication it's going to continue on. I just don't want to sell like right into this fucking support here. I'd rather wait just a little bit extra confluence before just selling right into this 24 like 615 level. You dig? Do Cape Town? Why Cape Town? What's so cool about Cape Town compared to the rest? Is it just more touristy or some shit or what? Is that where all the whites are at? Wow, we're having a tough time still pushing past this previous 15-minute high though. Watch it just hold and tank. It's like if Miami, Santa Monica, and Rio had a baby. Dirt cheap too if you earn in dollars. Solid. I think everywhere's pretty dirt cheap if you earn in dollars. But I've been to at least so far. Dubai is Even cheaper. You know, renting exotic cars and shit like that. It's not dirt cheap, but it's cheaper. There's definitely still some very expensive shit to do though. Holy shit. Damn, we're 48 minutes in without taking a trade. What's the word here, bro? What is the word? And I don't want to. I don't want to trade in this consolidation at all. This whole range, I'm good. Chilling. Now we just broke above previous 15-minute highs. This whole shit is just ugly. Just be aggressive. I know we got some bullish momentum coming in, so it looks good, but we're still below median of price. We don't have any breakout that's occurred. This is just 15-minute tanking set. It's even aggressive taking this 5-minute resistance sitting up here that's just non-existent on 15. You know, I'm definitely open to take it, but we need a bit more confirmation just taking these buys. Shit, 20 seconds left and this trend line's holding, bro. Yikes. Grew up Spanish Harlem, now live in Atlanta, Georgia. One place I would be never taking my car, bro. Georgia Steel is my type of car, like fucking wildfire, bro. All the videos I be watching, like when I was trying to figure out which kill switch to put in and what different security measures I want in my car, since it's such a hot commodity to steal, which is so fucking stupid. Georgia, bro, ATL be just robbing my type of car. Definitely something to stay away from. 250. Now we got 5 minutes before or 10 minutes before a new hourly open. Come on, bro. This is. I got a Challenger Scat Pack. Oh yeah, they definitely steal those cars too, bro. Shit. Oh, happens a lot out here. Yeah. Rod, make sure you get a one of those neutral plate covers. Just make it. You know, when they look through your fucking window, bro, just make sure it screams, damn, bro, this is about to be a bitch. Outside of even low jack or putting some type of location, which you should have too. You know, you can have a locator that you tie into the OCB computer, but then put somewhere a magnetic one somewhere else to where they can't find it. And but on top of that, even putting in the little fucking metal bar from steering wheel to brake, it just is like, damn, that's even another fucking layer of a bitch to get into. You can put in the steering wheel to seatbelt where it claps in. Then it's like, damn, I have two layers before I can even access the fucking steering wheel, let alone dealing with low jack and location and shit. It's like, man, fuck this car. So many people don't do that shit because they're just, I mean, maybe they just spent their last diming on the fucking car itself, but just, just lack of awareness. That's where people slip up. I got an SF90. That's what I meant. Yeah, EP Trades got an SF90 because of me. So if you guys lock in and just take the education that I'm trying to give you on a day-to-day basis, you too can get an SF90 just like this guy, EP Trades. And it'll only take you, how long did it take you, EP? Like a month? Maybe 2 weeks? Get yourself a removable steering wheel? Yeah, I guess that's facts too. It takes like what, 15 minutes to drive your car, don't it? Yo, nah. It takes nah, bro, but it is a bitch though. I ain't gonna lie, it is a bitch. Take all that shit off, and then I just got the shit, so like, even when I get, bro, I go to my girl's like dying for Mexican food every fucking day right now for some reason. I go to this place called Talkin' Tacos. They have a gang of them out here, and I pull up right in front of this shit. Like it's a whole glass storefront, and I pull up right in front of that bitch. And still, before I go in, I put the two claps on and shit. Turn the engine off. Lock the doors. I have a box, RF box. So you put the key in the RFD box or whatever the fuck it's called. So the motherfuckers can't even do. There's people who grab your signal through whatever the fuck, and then they can copy like your key, whatever, in like a couple of minutes, and then steal your car. So I put my shit just like a wallet. You know, they can take the codes off your wallet and shit if you don't have the RFID block or whatever it is. I got all that shit, bro. Like if they steal my shit at this point, it's like, all right, bro, you can fucking have it, bro. EP's SF90 is sunscreen. Yo, the disrespect, bro. Oh shit! Shoot me the link. Link from for this? I got you, bro. I don't have a link, bro. You want me to open fucking? Nah, EP. If I shoot you a link, we about to be on this bitch for another fucking hour, bro. I'm about to hop off here. If I don't get into a trade in the next like 10 minutes, bro, I'm out of here. You better hop on at 2 o'clock. Yeah, make sure you guys should. We'll have a special guest EP tomorrow. He'll show us our his SF90 sunscreen on stream tomorrow in person. Me and EP been trading together for I don't know, fucking what, bro? 4 years, 5 years now. 4 years. What are we're in 2026? COVID started in 2021, so we've been trading for like 4 years together. I call this guy a couple times a week. Try to. And he's an absolute fucking god. So we'll get his ass on the stream. Some of you guys know him as White Chocolate, the legend himself. And if I don't call a banger, he will. This is what we do. Maybe he'll give a free account out too. Boy needs a Faraday cage. Faraday cage. That sounds so familiar. EP from back in the days? Yeah, bro. We don't. Our friend group stays together. You know how you see all these people that like, just fucking. That's what I got. I got a Faraday box, bro. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what I have. That fall apart due to money issues or trying to go into business together, and somebody gets greedy or all that weak ass bullshit. We've done many ventures together and have never even had any slight talk of hating, being frustrated with each other, having any issues. Like, life is so much more than fucking bread, bro. We're building a legacy here, and I appreciate you, EP. You're a fucking absolute legend, bro. None of my friends, Luca, I've never had issues with Luca. Dollar, never had issues with Dollar. Parse, Daniel. I know Daniel drives a lot of you guys nuts, but I've never had no issues with Daniel. Daniel's been great the entire time. James, never had any issues with James, but I'm just a jiggy zen motherfucker. I've had no issues with anybody. Right? Right. No one. Up a 5R today, Emmitt. Thank you. Grabbed up a 1 to 4 on US 30 in AM. And then a 1 to 1 on the break of those Nas lows 30 minutes ago. Another 13K payout soon to come. God damn, Jalen. You're a fucking monster, bro. Proud of you, big dog. And that emoji's gangsta as fuck. I don't know how you made it so big, but it's solid. Or they just started doing that now, huh? All emojis are a bit bigger than they used to be. I noticed that on the phone, too. The little things. I know, and I told you my dream a while ago. Bro, pop outside, bro. We ready whenever you are. Dreams to reality. I used to dream about the life I have now. And then now that I got to this point, which is so corny, I fucking hate that about humans, but I feel like I'm where I was at. No, that's not true. But there's just new levels to shit, bro. Now that I'm to this point, I'm like, oh man, bro, I could be doing so much more. It's like I pray, I dream for days like this for so long, bro. Will I just have my head down grinding and putting in as much work as I possibly can, definitely exchanging time for money. I dream for days like this like you wouldn't fucking believe. And they're here. I've executed everything I said I would do. It was dope here when I bought this house and looking at it, I had like a manifesto kind of thing in my journal of all this shit that I wanted, buying a house, buying a truck, becoming self-sustainable, not working for somebody, and whatever the fuck else it was, bro. I wasn't even like, I don't know if I just subconsciously put it into the universe and shit, but it was like a whole like 2 page, that corny ass shit of just talking to myself. This is what's gonna happen. This is how I'm gonna do it. Methodical, aggressive, whatever, dream. All that shit came true, bro. Without even doing it probably the way that I planned it within that manifesto. But it's just putting action towards what you want in the world, and it's incredible what could happen in such a short period of time. Shit, EP too, bro. We've had so many conversations. Where it's like, oh my god, bro. It's just so much up and down, bro. All this shit's fucking tough. We just want business to thrive. Only trading's working right now. How can we diversify our funds and this and that and blah blah blah. And it just all came together, bro. But not by just fucking wishing and praying it would happen, by just putting action behind these words, bro. Manifestation is only half of the piece, but so is action. Action is only half of the pie. You have to manifest what you actually want instead of just blindly running in circles. There's a million people who work 10 times harder than me, but they don't ever get anywhere because they don't understand what they want out of it. They're just blindly fucking paying bills out here and shit, bro. Everything that you guys see from me now, I knew this was gonna happen a long time ago, bro. Everybody around me, all my best friends from childhood, everybody knew exactly what's going on now was going to happen a long time ago. Chase your dreams to life yet. Do you enter a trade once the wick is formed to enter? Oh, message retracted. Well, I guess I can't answer that one, bro. All right, Nas is coming down to this area of rejection. We've already broke out of this trend line, so it's like you can get aggressive here, which we're not. I already told you, I've already made up my mind here, but we can get aggressive here. We've already held this trend line, which is retail as fuck, and are starting to push lower. So it looks like sellers are just still aggressively in control. But then we have another level of potential retracement, opposite end reaction, really sitting directly right here. The reason why I drew up this area in the first place is because the last couple of times we revisited it, we had a lot of buying momentum. So who's to say that shit's not gonna happen a third time just because we broke below a retail trend line, And so I really want to see what happens once we break below these lows. But price is just kind of fucking boring, bro. It's so crazy. I haven't had a no trade day in New York open for can anybody answer that? I don't even fucking know. Months, bro. Long time, bro. We've had one no trade day last week during PM, and potentially no trade fucking right now, like here soon, unless we start to get some movement, potentially around this area or something. So very interesting. Just collecting data. It's all this period of trade is all new to me as well. US 30 starting to push above though. All right, Nas, do you enter the trade once the wick is formed? Or do you enter the trade once after the previous candle high? Neither one, bro. I do the same exact thing every day, Timothy. I'm waiting for price to come into these areas of rejection, where in the past we've had an opposite end reaction once we come up to them. That's why we draw it in the first place. And then based on the volume pushed through that area is me taking a trade. I'll never just take a trade because we mechanically break above a high. I will never take a trade anymore just because we mechanically break below a low. Look what happens here if we were to play that shit just now. We mechanically broke below this low that we had written out, and immediately we get opposite end reaction, which is just, the past predicts the future. Again, the reason why we have this area marked up in the first place, because last time we visited this area, instead of just having a mechanical view of just an actual low, we had an opposite end reaction. So you kind of wait. If price wants to push on with good volume, I mean, sure, we might sacrifice a lower entry for sure. That shit happens all the time. But we're avoiding a ton of fake outs by simply not, false breaks, whatever you want to call it, by just simply not taking a trade just because we broke below low. That is where all breakout traders fail, especially if they're not trading high RR. That's a fact. That can only work out if you're trading high RR, because you're sacrificing hella win rate. You're just gonna get false breaks all the time. It's just the name of the game. You enter the trade once the wick is formed. How's the big account looking, bro? You plan on withdrawing on the way to 500K or once you fall? No, the initial plan was to get all the way up to 500K before withdrawing. There's no way, bro. I'm sitting at. We're not missing anything. I'm sitting at. One moment. 171. 171, 700, bro. I've been fucking dusting the past 9 or 10 days of trading. Thinking about pulling out, 20, 30K just so I can have the first withdrawal of the year. I haven't taken anything out of it yet, but also trying to push myself to the next level. This is now 3 times higher than any account I've ever traded before. All last year I was trading a 50K account, so I'm just trying to push barriers, bro. I'm only risking between like 5 to 7K per trade right now, and so I'm chilling. It would take a lot for me to destroy this account from 98K to 71K. But I brought it all the way down to 85K. Again, that was 9 or 10 days ago, and brought it all the way 100% from its low in like 9-10 days, bro. I'm extremely fucking proud of our results the past couple, or I guess the past week and a half of trading. Pretty much 2 weeks. We're cooking. And if I had some good data behind these PM sessions, like bro, I would definitely chop it up to risking more, but nothing's showing me shit. I've been on here for a week and a half, and maybe I just need to tighten up SL, which I'm kind of starting to learn. Even though ATR is reading this, it's just aggressively reading this because we have such big momentum moves right before we hop on potentially. I mean, 20 candles though, that's not, what is that? Let me see. It's not necessarily true. 14, 15, 16, 20 bars. So 20 bars from where we start. So I don't just have to do math in my head. Is at 220. 220 is when it starts correlating. So yeah, I might just need to tighten up ATR a little bit, but I'm just acquiring data. If you guys want to watch this system in its fluid form, where we would have already taken 2 to 3 trades, already been out, literally 30 minutes ago at least, you're just going to have to join New York Stock Exchange Open. Obviously, the link is in bio. There is no discount codes to joining me trading my most profitable and high volume period for sure. Maybe at one point I will, or try to help you guys out, but we definitely do enough with the free education and the course in here as well. You want to watch the fast time, you know where to find me. 5K to 7K risk using a fixed lot size, or do you control risk per trade type deal? No, I'm fixed lot size always, bro. I'm not manipulating lot size really. Whether I risk 30 points or I risk 50 points, I'm more so just using the same lot size still. Damn, we're starting to react coming up to highs on US 32. Like, this is that shit, bro. Same thing with NAS. It's not showing me any progressive volume, and so where I'm like, oh man, I definitely want to get into this trade, We might just have to sacrifice that no trade day, big dog. Ooh. My biceps are getting bigger than my shoulders, bro. I kind of don't fuck with that, to be honest. You guys got any questions for me? I might call it here. Anybody got any questions for me? You want to use the same exact broker I'm using? Y'all know where to go. Link is in bio. Gates FX. Fucking Giano, bro. He messaged me. He's like, bro, does it usually take this long on Friday to get withdrawals? I was like, how long has it been, bro? He said, never mind, I got it. It took an hour and a half. So y'all are spoiled, bro. Them same day withdrawals are disgusting. Funded Hero, you guys need a prop firm account. They're 50% off right now. I think 60% is indeed over. That's a massive promo, but still nonetheless, if you go buy a $500 account, it's $250. Now, if you guys buy a Fast Pass account, which it could be an instant funded account for you. Instant funded is 7% max drawdown and 20% consistency rule. If you get the Fast Pass, I'm still passing it for free until end of day today, and you get the higher percentage. You get 9% max DD and 25% consistency rule. But that ends today, bro. If you guys want me to pass it completely, you're gonna have to pay outside of today. So if you want your account, get it done. All you have to do is message me, buy a Fast Pass account. I don't care what size it is, and I'll make it happen. And again, that's still code Zen, so you still get 50% off on top of that as well. Yes, I do. Once you see the trade going in volume, when is your entry? Exactly that, bro. Once I see volume behind the breakout instead of just a breakout, I'm hopping in aggressively. You really trading live right now, bro? I follow you on the Discord Kingdom. You a bit late to the party, big dog, but yeah, I definitely trade live right now every fucking day. Until my kid is born, I made a promise to myself and my group. I am going to be trading PM session. That is until September. That is 7 months away, bro. If you guys don't understand exactly how I trade, by the end of 7 months from now, watch me hop up. Even if we don't take trades every single day just because it's low volume compared to New York Stock Exchange Open, if you're not asking me questions and getting to the gist of what I'm doing every single day, from 7 months of watching me live for free, I mean, that's fucking nuts to me. Yeah, just found you, bro. Solid, bro, yeah. But I'm gonna call it a day, y'all. There's no volume behind these moves. We just every time we come down to these lows, we just continue to get an opposite end reaction right away. I'm done for the day, bro. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I'm keeping an eye. If we start to really acquire more volume around like 3:30, 4 o'clock, or potentially right now, then I'll switch it up, bro. I'll push it back an hour. That just kind of cuts into the day with the lady too, and shit, hella people probably just left, but we got some volume coming in. Hold on here, yeah. You going to do these lives till September? Yeah, bro, for sure. Yeah, bro, for sure. I haven't been on YouTube in what a whole fucking. Let's see. I actually want to see. When's the last time I was consistent on YouTube? Actually, though, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, or has it not been that long? 5 months ago, I went for a bit. Like y'all remember these? I went for like 3 months, and then outside of that, no, I did it for a little bit. I did a little bit last year. And then where are the new ones at? Yeah. So I've been on and off. I haven't been going live every single day for damn, that's all of last year. Think about it, 360 days and all the lives were here. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, 52. I'm probably fucked this up already. 56. Damn. Like 50 days all last year, which is nuts. So, nah, man, I'm trying to gain some consistency here for a little bit. Make the algorithm come back in my favor. Show you guys what it really looks like to trade every fucking day. And why did you change it from the end? Why did you change it from the end of the course till September? Just curious. Engagement, bro. I'm trying to get my following up. I left for a whole fucking half a year and fucked my shit up on Instagram, and halfway fucked it up on YouTube. I still had the team putting out like shorts and shit, which is kind of nice. So we're just continuously getting views. But bro, I hit 5K, and then it went from 5K to 5.7K in a matter of like a whole year, bro. I went from 200 followers to 12,000 followers on Instagram, and or sorry, 2,000 followers to 12.2, whatever it was, 12.3 in like a year, maybe a year and a half. And then I went from 12.3 to 12 or 12 to 12.3, whatever the fuck, in a whole year, bro. I gained like 2 or 300 followers by just dusting my algorithm. And so I want ZenLab to grow back to what it was, with a lot of engagement and actually bringing in new people who are learning the good word instead of just getting fucked by people who did it opposite. Just began teaching because they seen the fruits of people's labors of selling courses and shit before they ever turned profitable. As most of you guys know with my system, that was a huge, huge deterrent of me actually becoming self-sustainable in the markets, because people just teach horse shit. I mean, we all have regurgitated information. I didn't make up support resistance. I didn't make up volume trading. I didn't make up scalp trading. But so many people teach things without any valid data behind it. I have thousands of data based upon what I teach you guys. And that's why there's a lot of people replicating what I say. And somebody's got to clean up the fucking space. And in return, it helps the whole community in its entirety. You know, I get paid off of these affiliations. I get paid off of affiliation with the broker. I get paid off of affiliation with the prop firm. There should be no secret to any of you guys here. And so in return for engagement, I give free, valid content that could be replicable. I don't hide none of that shit. How do you feel about swing trades like maybe set and forget? I just don't swing trade, bro, so it doesn't matter how I feel. I'm not going to talk about things I don't have data on. I think that just it doesn't help anybody at all. But there's a million ways to make $1 million in the market. We'll put it that way. Swing trading absolutely works. Position size trading, where you're holding trades for a year longer, definitely works. Day trading definitely works, and scalp trading 1,000% fucking works, bro. It's just the people who make it an actual profitable edge are the people who are acquiring the most data based on the same exact thing. Not trying to swing trade one day trade the next day, scalp the next day, and try to put it into one crazy fucking pie. It's just the person who consistently does the same exact thing. Just like with anything in life. Mastering is key. What else? Appreciate them videos too. Yeah, much love, bro. Thanks, bro. Yeah, gotcha. All right, so I'm getting the fuck up out of here, bro. This is boring. Is it? What's going on here? Every time I say I'm about to leave, I'm like, well, hold on, brother. This is a nice little in the past 10 minutes. This is an 80-point push right now. Why is this guy trying to leave right before we hop into a trade? Hold on, yo. Make sure you guys know too. What is today? Monday. She'll be putting out another. What's it called? Let me put this over here 1 second. She'll be putting out another reminder, but every single day on Wednesdays in the free group, we are giving out a free 25K account, prop firm account, not live capital. And all you have to do is like the post. So if you guys are not a part of that, you're fucking literally missing out on the easiest chance to get a free account. And then once we get it up to 100 likes, which it was like I think 80 last week, 84 last week, some shit like that, I'm gonna start doing 2 account giveaways a week instead of 1. So it just gets better and better. We all can win here for sure. If you're not a part of the free group, make sure you go a part of the free group. There's the link right there. All right, here we go. Now we're getting volume in this bitch. Same thing, new 15-minute candle open here in like 20 seconds. Next candle opens up. We start to create some type of top wick. We're going to hop into this. All the people that I told I'm leaving will suck to suck, I guess, huh? 10 seconds until this new candle open. We'll just wait for some type of top wick to form, and then we'll go ahead and just take that immediate break. And we'll just go from there. That'll be our trade of the day. I'm open for the risk. New candle just opened up. Nice top wick forming. And this may be a bit more of a mechanical break. You know, we might break below those lows, and I might open up to taking it within the first couple seconds instead of waiting for sacrifice lower. I'm definitely not taking it as soon as we break below lows. But oh my god, bro. 30-point stop loss, yeah, fam. We're gonna run that 30-point. You can risk up to 40 if you want. I mean, ATR is reading 39, but you know, at 30 to 40, I'm doing 30. 40 to 50, doing a 40. 50 plus, doing 50. But anywhere below 30, still doing that 30-point stop loss. If you trade London every day, bro, in the VIP, nah, bro. I'm trading New York Stock Exchange Open in my VIP. I'm trading London every single day in Mamba FX's VIP. It's a completely different group. What indicators you use? Jedi FX. Go to indicators up here and type in ZenLab all in one by a legendary trader Emmitt FX 5280. Wow, bro. What a nasty fucking new 15-minute candle. This is how we coming? Don't leave just yet, though. Don't leave just yet. I'm still here. I'm not mad to take a nice little. How do you know Mamba never asks? I met him. Luca did a podcast with him, and then I mean, long story. I'm not gonna put it all out there, but we met each other. I went out to California. There's a lot more to the story, but met him in California, and he was having an event where he was talking in front of his audience and shit. And so I went out there with them. We spoke on stage. I spoke on stage. He spoke on stage. Lucas still spoke on stage. I think there was like 400 or 500 people there. Maybe not quite, but a massive event. When we got there, there's a whole line coming out of the fucking compound and going all the way up to I forget what that store is called, and wrapping around that bitch. There was a ton of people, bro. It was solid. He had all of his cars out and shit, and we spoke on stage, and then from that point we started working together. Yeah, we merged. We went out to the club that night and shit and hung out, and yeah, I mean that's a short form of it, but that's the best you guys are gonna get. He's a solid dude, bro. He's even cooler in person. He's a little quiet, you know. He doesn't talk nearly as much as me and Luca, but obviously nobody talks as much as me and Luca. We're annoying as fuck. EP doesn't even talk as much as me and Luca, but he's a solid dude, bro, for sure. Emmitt, what's good, man? Do you think you would ever do a live event of your own in Tampa? Yeah, I mean, if there's enough out, bro. If you're in Tampa, we can. What up, JJ? To the max. It's been a minute, bro. If you just want to kick it, bro, we can kick it. It don't gotta be an event and shit. If you guys want to see me at an event, I'm going to Miami end of next month, 3/28 for the Traders Fight League. I'm gonna be out there with a gang of people. There's gonna be a lot of people who are potentially coming to our compound and hanging out with us. You know, we got like a third. We bought a whole. I don't really want to give details of where we're gonna be at and shit, but we got a whole resort, bro. Not like rented out some of it. We're rented out the entire fucking resort style kind of place, and I'm gonna have some students out there hanging out and enjoying time with us, and it'll be fun content. We're gonna have some Lambos out there. I'm gonna bring my car out there. Potentially get like a personal chef so we can just do like a big fucking meal at that place instead of going out and shit. And just chalk it up, bro. Enjoy time with you guys. But it doesn't gotta be an event. I think if I scheduled an event, I'd have to schedule a couple months beforehand, just because the following isn't that big. So people, really, someone would really have to fuck with me to like get a plane ticket and shit to come out. I've accepted that shit, but yeah, at some point, bro, once it gets big enough, I'd be glad to do events everywhere. I like to fucking talk, bro. And my girlfriend damn sure tired of just hearing me talk all of the time. So it's nice for you guys, especially newer traders or people who are trying to learn what I do here, to just be able to soak it in. We both win. I get to get all the words out, and you guys get to consume them and get the knowledge, bro. It's, it's like my creative outlet. If you ever do an event, I'll fly out there. I'll call it now for sure, bro. Yeah, it's solid. Hell yeah, we're doing an event on 3/28, bro. Come on down. Absolutely, I will hit 100%. Hit you up. I'm actually gonna be out there in March. Can hit up a workout and chop it up. Yeah, solid. That's what I'm saying, bro. We can do a workout. I mean, I did a minor meetup. John Paul came out here. Russo and Carlos, which are three guys in my VIP. We went out. We fucking met at the gym. We had a nice workout. Then we went out to Armature Works, which is like on the water and shit. We all ate a nice little meal and hung out, bro. Nothing crazy. Just enjoyed each other's company, spoke and shit, and all that good shit. It's tons of fun. I have a picture. Oh, actually, I bet you I don't have a picture because it's in my old. I just switched back to iPhone, so I got two iPhones again instead of. Well, I got two iPhones and a Samsung, or wherever the camera's at, instead of two Samsungs and an iPhone. But I don't have my pictures in these, unless it's in the ladies' phone. I gave my girl the new Samsung, which is the old one that I was using, and I think she formatted it. So yeah, it's fucked. That's a bummer. But I'm sure one of them do. Like I sent Russo and John Paul this pic. One of them got to have it, bro. But it was fun though. Y'all can come out anytime, bro. I'm not a fucking weird. Only hang out with myself, not you guys kind of people, you know. As long as there's no weirdos. But if there are weirdos, I have guns all the time, so hopefully nothing too weird. All right, we created a very nasty, massive top wick here on US 30. Trying to give it a shot. We start to fucking flip. We should get a drive, bro. If not, it is what it is, but we should get a drive here, bro. What more can we ask for here to get in this damn trade? Actually, though. I gotta pee again, too. I really gotta stop drinking coffee right before these streams. I stopped taking pre-workout like a week and a half, like 2 weeks ago, just to really just be in the gym without caffeine because you don't need that shit. But then I just fuck with coffee, bro. Like I really like the taste of coffee and shit. So then I leave and drink coffee after the gym, which is ass backwards, and just got a lot of energy in me. You know? Oh, here it is right here. Here it is right here. Motherfuckers. I don't know if it's gonna focus in, but here's when we went to Armature work. I took a picture with all them. It was solid. Some solid dudes. That was I guess the first Zenlab meetup. It's gotta be, yeah. That was the first official Zen Lab meetup. That was um, September 26th of last year. Yeah. Coffee makes me shit, but I love it. I mean, listen, bro, there's pregnant girls out here who are trying to drink prune juice and Miralax to shit. So if you got something that can help you shit, that's you're on top of the world, big dog. It's hard out here. Yeah, if we flip bullish, bro, and we come back in this range, this is getting fucking ridiculous, you know? Did you buy anything today? Um, Actually, yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it though. Something for my car. I bought something really fucking cool for my car today. And then I bought some prune juice for the lady today. And I think that's it. I paid an employee. So that was something light today, bro. Gotta bounce things again. All right, bro. Take care. Hey, I'm right behind you, bro. I'm just trying to make sure we push to the final of this 15-minute candle here. We're having such a tough time breaking past lows. And then look at same shit here. The reason why we didn't just take a mechanical break below lows on just because we were holding this trend line and push lower. It's just then we have that next level, which is this area of rejection, support. Last time we visited here, we had an opposite reaction, and here we are again. Same fucking shit. It's just not a I don't know about not a good time to trade. I mean, at least today for sure, but not a good environment that we want to trade in. There's no volume. Now this candle's flipping higher to you. Let's get out of here, y'all. I'm gonna put a big W in the chat for you guys because you're fucking legends. Appreciate all. We got 59 people that still stayed on for a whole hour and 25 minutes. Y'all solid. As always, make sure you guys show up to these calls prepared. You know, I'm glad to help you out. Again, today is the last day that I'm passing accounts for free. So if you want a fast pass account, DM me or go buy that shit and send me confirmation. As long as you use my code Zen, which is 50% off right now. That's all you need, bro. This is the last day at midnight. I'm done doing that shit, and we're going back to regular pricing. If you want to watch me execute aggressively and how we usually execute every day, and the reason why I made 20 racks today in a matter of 5 seconds, you have to hop on during New York Stock Exchange Open. Link is still in bio. Everything I do, the link is in bio. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for another educational period, and hopefully to fucking take a damn trade. Everybody take care. I'm out. Goodbye.